Hi everybody, this is Chris Forbush, and today is Friday, January 20th, 2012. Oh man, really sorry for such a late video, and the camera's shaking. I'm gonna catch up. No, things got crazy this week, and I actually didn't even get this whole thing written up, so I'm just gonna be pulling a couple books into it rather than having them written down. Probably do the same tomorrow, but I'm gonna be prepared for Sunday. Just got back from City Church tonight. Oh my gosh, it was an amazing time. They discussed forgiveness, and I just want to thank you, Jeremy, for an amazing speech tonight and sermon. My apologies. And those of you who are sitting at the table, great discussions. I'm pretty sure this video will be cut short of 15 and a half minutes, so I'm going to jump right into it. Today's topic for experiencing God day by day is called Royal Priests. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, His own special people, that you may proclaim the you may proclaim the works of Him who called you out of the darkness into His marvelous light. That comes from 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9. If you are a Christian, you are a priest, chosen by God. As a member of the royal priesthood, you have constant access to the King. If there is ever need in your life, you don't have to find an intermediary or enlist another priest to gain a hearing from the King. Your position of royal priest allows you direct access. This privilege describes your position as a priest. However, priests have also got a function. It is the responsibility of a priest to work within the priesthood. Scripture does not promote the practice of individual priests, each with a separate ministry. Rather, priest functions together. An unbiblical sense of individualism can isolate you from functioning with God's royal priesthood as He intended. The priest represents God to the people, but he also takes people's concerns to God. If there is someone around you who desperately needs the intercession of God and one of God's priests, perhaps someone will only come to know God by seeing Him in your life. Our world hungers for an expression of Christ as He really is, living out His life through people. It is dangerous to put our job above our calling by God. We are called to be priests first and to hold a job second. When we get these out of order, everyone around us is denied access to the Father through us. God may have called you into a secular job as a vocation, but more importantly, He has appointed you to be one of His royal priests. Now you may or may not hear some noise. My family's home, it's late at night, and my son might come in here and bring chaos. This little boy is a hurricane in a bottle. That's cute. I'm going to talk about this topic really quick. I just think it's very important. First off, I'm going to say I'm going to comment on it's dangerous to put our job above our calling to God. We are called to be priests first and to hold a job second. That's very difficult for people, especially now. There's all this economic stress. People are worried about money and how to provide for their family. But doesn't God provide all? If you really believe in Him, that's the word, right? I mean, let's drop all the funny business and let's get straight to the point. We need Christ, and if we are His priests, His messengers, whatever you want to call it, then He will provide us all that we need. I love how it says it is the responsibility of a priest to work within a priesthood. Scripture does not promote the practice of individual priests, each with a separate ministry, rather that they function together. Very important that we are with God's people, that we constantly are always networking with them, talking to each other. That's why it's important to be at the venue Friday night at City Church in Sandy. It's beautiful. It's a very good thing we have going on there, and I'm finding a lot of my inspiration and new friends there. I love it. Really quick, if you're a Christian, you are a priest chosen by God. Think about that. We're all charged with the need and the dire importance to get out there and get involved and share the gospel with other people. I get to bring my grandfather to City Church Friday night. It's coming Friday. I know there's going to be something relevant. I know that something great is going to happen that night. I am looking forward to it. So excited. And just to keep on topic, I'm all over the place with this one, but just going to get into daily reflections. Today's is called We Pause and Ask. As we go through the day, we pause when agitated or doubtful, and ask for the right thought or action. It comes from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 87. Today I humbly ask my higher power for the grace to find the space between my impulse and my action, to let a flowing, cool breeze when I would respond with heat, to interrupt fierceness with gentle peace, to accept the moment which allows judgment to become discernment, to defer silence when my tongue would rush to attack or defend. I promise to watch for every opportunity to turn toward my higher power for guidance. I know where this higher power is. It resides within me, as clear as a mountain brook, hidden in the hills. It is the unsuspected inner resource. I thank my higher power for this wonderful world of light and truth I see when I allow it to direct my vision. I trust it today and hope it trusts me to make all effort to find the right thought or action today. Now, Alcoholics Anonymous refers to a higher power as God with no specific name. Clearly for me, it works best to call my higher power Christ, because that's who my higher power is. And I do thank Christ for this world of light and truth I see when I allow Him to direct my vision. Think about that. Close your own eyes and open up the eyes that Christ gives you. You see your purpose, you see with reason, you see with justice, you see with honesty, and you act with it. Such a beautiful gift that Christ gives us, isn't it? I think it's important to comment on this first part here. Today I humbly ask my higher power for the grace to find the space between my impulse and my action. Think about that. How many times have you acted automatically and done something that Christ does not approve of, that you regret, that you wish you hadn't done? I think it's so very important to take this to heart, to let flow a cooling breeze when I would respond with heat, to interrupt fierceness with gentle peace. We were just talking about forgiveness tonight, and I think it's so amazing. Yeah. I think it's so amazing how Christ talks about if someone wants to sue you and take your shirt, give them your coat as well. Oh man, that sure takes something, doesn't it? It makes you a spiritual giant. But it's very, very good. Today's encouragement for prosperity is called enabling. Fair sir, you spat at me on Wednesday last. You spurned me such a day. Another time you called me dog. And for these courtesies, I'll lend you money? That comes from William Shakespeare, The Merchant of Venice. Hello, Orion. Okay, there's one in the other room. Ever hopeful that the abusive person that they love will change, codependents sometimes give everything they love and then find more. Intimate partners want it to work, but not so much whatever it takes, but however much it costs. Spending to maintain an abusive relationship robs a person of any remaining self-respect. The narcissistic attitude of those beloved renders the enabler almost helpless. To become aware that this relationship is a bottomless pit is the first step to recovery. Here's the little daily affirmation from today. And it says, I affirm myself as a warm, loving, capable human being with strong boundaries. So, my daily Bible selection was very, very brief, and I apologize for that. But it's just such a good one that I don't think it matters. It's Proverbs chapter 4, verse 1 through 6. My children, listen to me. Listen to your father's instruction. Pay attention and grow wise, for I am giving you good guidance. I'm going to stop right there. God has never, ever led us astray. You do God's will, you will not be let down. You might not see the benefits, the fruits of the labor right offhand, but believe me, God is the most powerful source, the most powerful love and true existence there ever was, ever will be. And if you listen to your father's instruction and you pay attention and grow wise, for I am giving you good guidance, let that sink in. Think about what Christ offers here. All he does is, the only thing he asks is that you listen to him, that you pay attention to him and grow wise in his word, and he gives you good guidance. not only does He give you good guidance, He gives you endless fruit, infinite love. Don't turn away from my teaching, for I too was once my father's son, tenderly loved by my mother as an only child. My father told me, take my words to heart, follow my instructions and you will live. Learn to be wise and develop good judgment. Don't forget or turn away from my words. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Love her, and she will guard you. Don't forget or turn away from my words. This is Christ speaking to you. And He's not just talking to the whole world. He's talking to each of us individually. He's addressing us personally, looking us in the eyes, looking straight into our souls, and saying, don't forget or turn away from my words. Don't turn your back on wisdom, for she will protect you. Love her, and she will guard you. Let that absorb. Think about many times that you've had God speaking to you right in your ear, whispering and saying, hey, that's not wise, don't do that. And you go and do it, and you're let down. You find yourself disappointed, correct? And the only thing Christ asks in return is that you just do His will. And things are good. You would never ever do His will over yours and be disappointed. Today's Easy Does It topic is called change. You don't get to choose how you're going to die or when. You only decide how you're going to live now. That comes from Joan Baez. To the best of my memory and knowledge, Joan Baez is a old folk singer from the 60s, I believe. I'm not up to date on all that stuff. Our life in recovery brings us a new attitude toward change. We remember the heartbreaking battles we fought as we resisted each new opportunity to change. We held on to old habit patterns even if they produced great pain in our lives. Somehow, we found what we thought was a safe place in our addiction and our hopeless condition. Our recovery has opened our eyes to a new world. We know deep in our hearts that our higher power wants us only good things. Wants for us only good things. We understand that change is to be welcomed like a new season. Our program teaches us that the unknown is not to be cursed, that God is revealed to us at such times. We come to trust our recovery. I know that the times of trouble will be followed by times of calm. I now welcome the changes that come into my life as new opportunities. Now, this video is kind of all over the place. It's just been a long, rough week and I'm exhausted, and I apologize. I've even missed a book. But, fire back on Sunday with a whole new concept, kind of reinventing this and taking things out, bringing new things in. And it's going to get really good. Believe that. So, write this down on a piece of paper, please. Just keep it and write it down. Try to memorize it and share it with somebody. Put it on your Facebook page. Encourage other people to memorize it. I know that times of trouble will be followed by times of calm. I now welcome the changes that come into my life as new opportunities. I think that a lot of times people see change and they get automatically scared, and granted, that's understandable, but you can't push away change. If you don't get rid of all the stuff on the kitchen table, if you don't clear the table after dinner, how are you going to have dessert? And who doesn't like dessert, right? Think about it. God, Christ, whatever you want to call him, to me it's Christ, clearly, comes to you and says, hey, I have all these awesome gifts, these endless, beautiful gifts for you. You just need to clear your table so I can put them down. Are you going to hold on to all that old stuff, those dirty plates, empty cups, and just embrace them? Or are you going to clear that table and let God lay down the fruits, the desserts, the pies, the ice creams, and the milkshakes for you? Think about it. Do you want to keep the dirty plates, or do you want the root beer float? Open up for change. Realize that change is very good. Through recovery, your eyes are open to a new world. I'm seeing that. Going to this church, looking into these books, doing these research and studies, I'm very happy. I had the privilege of asking my wife and grandfather for forgiveness tonight for the mistakes I've made in the past, and it sure took some weight off my shoulders, I'll tell you. Down to my last 10 seconds, I just want to thank you all for watching these videos, however scatterbrained they are. God bless you, and stay sober. Thank you.